stop. Looks like Newark Airport.
Yeah, and just like that, Turkish Airlines lost both of my friends' luggage. But hey, we still made it.
We're fucking Mongolia. What the hell?
So we made it to the city center in Ulaanbaatar, and now it was time to find our hotel, the Aurora. After walking under these umbrellas, we hopped on this bus, where we didn't really know what the hell was going on.
We're on the M1. What the fuck is that?
We somehow made it to the hotel, and now it was time to unpack. This was very short-lived though, because we quickly went out for food. This dish was called Tavan, more on that later. And then hopped on the bus again.
Oh, this is us, right?
Dude, I have no clue. M1, yeah.
Oh my god.
Because Turkish Airlines lost my friends' luggage, they had to get new clothes. And so we set out to go to the one and only Nadal Market, one of the most famous and known black markets in the area. After spending an hour or so outside, we finally made our way inside, which ultimately brought us to the central part of the market. It was definitely more crowded here, and well, there was a sign that I, couldn't read. But regardless, we still got everything we needed.
We're the most jackass cowboys we love it.
We then made it back to the hotel and crashed fairly early because we had to be up fairly early for a 7 a.m. flight. We rolled up at the airport around 4 a.m., where we quickly identified our gate, which was D. Today, we were flying to a very interesting part of Western Mongolia, named Khovd. Now, if I'm being honest, we all had absolutely no idea where Khovd even was. I mean, we hadn't even looked at this place on a map, so we weren't really sure what the hell we were getting ourselves into. Other than the fact that we knew from our tour guides that when we landed, there'd be someone to pick us up that would then bring us to another location. But hey, it's about the excitement of not knowing, right?
Flight carrying Mongolian Airlines.
and Captain Batho. We would like to thank you for joining us on this trip, and we are looking forward to seeing you on your next flight.
After a quick hour plane ride, we had made it. And as I walked down these stairs, onto the runway,
Thank you.
and did a 360 of the surrounding area, I realized right there that we were officially in the middle of nowhere. And the trip had only just begun.
Jeez.
It took us about 30 minutes to get our luggage, and then we linked with the driver, who, admittedly, wasn't too hard to find considering that the airport was like 20 people.
That is sick.
Oh, it's oh.
Oh, that's cool.
We got our ass.
Yeah,
No, this is sweet.
Nice car.
Oh, Raiders too.
Raiders Nation.
It was now time to drive 2.5 hours from Khovd to the city of Ölgii, where we'd start our tour. But first, we entered this grocery store for some food. Drove past this red sign, it felt like we were getting closer. And sure enough, among the mountains, we saw what looked to be a city in the distance.
Gotcha, bitch!
Hours of traveling, we had finally made it to our tour guide Nerbie's house in Ölgii. We were all super stoked to see each other because, well, there were many times that it seemed like the trip would fall through. From two of our friends dropping out, booking the wrong arrival flight and not realizing until the day of, and Turkish Airlines losing my friends' luggage upon landing. It just felt like the forces were against us. But even so, we somehow pushed through, and now it was time to start and continue the adventure.
Yep.
So 18 hours.
18 hours from New York to Ulaanbaatar, and then today 2 hours.
Bye. No, to Turkey.
All right.
Yeah,
Istanbul,
Istanbul.
then the fucking Turkish.
Airline.
Our trip through Western Mongolia had officially begun, and it started with a nice little off-road trip in this really cool retro van. Today's plan was, well, let me get back to that because we're about to go through a sandstorm real quick.
Yeah, how do I close the window? This?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, help me.
Yeah, I literally just
Do this jacket. I can't close the No.
It's cool.
like I was saying, today's plan was to take the van off-roading through the hills and plains of Western Mongolia, where at some point we'd stop for lunch, and then, at the end of the night, we found a place to camp. The entire journey was expected to take around 5 hours, and throughout it, we'd be taking a few breaks to see the sights. And being that we had literally just driven through a sandstorm, we knew we were in for a thriller of a trip. But before that, we went into the shop to get some Mongolian brews and snacks.
I have this Caster 3.
And after stockpiling all the Mongolian beer that we could, we all piled back in the van and continued the trip. It didn't take long for us to run into wildlife for the first time, and also moments where the van had to go into 5th gear to get through large divots and self-made river basins in the ground. It was also around this point that we finally stopped for lunch, which was great because we were all starving. This was probably one of the most off-grid lunches we had ever had in our lives, and probably one of the most scenic lunches as well. We were basically eating in a valley completely alone.
Keep going further. I know. It's like next level. Now we're actually at it. Yeah.
The feeling was amazing. And to add on to this was the fact that we were about to eat some incredible Mongolian food. Provided by the personal chef that came with us on the trip, it consisted of Tavan, a noodle dish with mutton and tomato, a tasty salad with a particular yellow dressing, and an extremely addictive white sugar bread that you didn't need any sort of spread to enjoy. Tea was also served, and it hit the spot. When lunch was done, we continued into the depths of the Mongolian hemisphere, and eventually we ran into a bunch of more wildlife, a lot of goats, and a lot of yaks, and a lot of just cows, and a lot of just yagels. Once we witnessed more yaks and goats than the entire Western Mongolian population in a span of an hour, we then witnessed what could be one of the world's most desolate and isolated gas stations.
Nope.
As the sun started to set and we got closer to the campsite, we ran into the man who had our camels. Now the camels were for moving our luggage and other gear throughout the mountains when we were on the horses. After stopping for a moment to take in the surrounding area, we eventually did run into the horses themselves, and interestingly enough, they seemed to be self-guided. It was kind of hilarious because, well, it looked like they had somehow pulled up to our location on their own. It was also at this point where we all heard our guide Amandakh say, and I quote, "We're here." And that's when we all realized we were officially at our first campsite. The staff then began setting up the site, which included the kitchen and dining room tent, along with several sleeping tents.
We are going to build not gear, but our kitchen and the...
Oh, sick.
Can we help please?
Yeah.
Wow. Crazy.
We tried our best to help the staff by attempting to assemble some of the tents, but we were so tired and jet-lagged at this point that it was super difficult to focus on anything. We eventually did set everything up though, and now it was time to eat our first dinner in the woods.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Welcome
you.
to our land.
Cheers. Cheers. How do you say cheers in Mongolian?
Tulo.
Talu.
Tulo.
Talu.
Yeah, tulo.
Cheers.
Cheers.
After we finished setting up camp, ate some food, and had a beer, it was time to get some rest. Tomorrow, we were continuing our journey on horses, so it was imperative we got as much sleep as possible. The temperature was a bit cooler than it had been midday, so we definitely had to bundle up. But this would be nothing compared to the nights to come.
It's very good.
We woke up at roughly 7 a.m. in the morning, and I will say, I barely slept the night before, maybe getting 1 or 2 hours of sleep at most. But, despite the sleep deprivation, I still felt pretty refreshed. The bright blue sky and natural glow of the sun on the mountainside really helped with this. Also, as you could probably tell, I was enamored by the camels because, well, it's not often you see a camel during your day-to-day, especially in New York City.
Yeah.
Clearly some were older than others. This one looked like a grandpa with its fading brown coat compared to the much younger dark brown camels. But regardless of age, we knew any of these animals could kick our ass and probably take all the horses combined in a 1v6. This was further confirmed when the crew began to load all of our gear onto their backs, and they were able to stand with ease. It was truly mind-blowing. And something else that was mind-blowing was the fact that we were about to ride horses through the plains of Mongolia. The location of where we were was and is still unknown to me, so I'm unable to show an exact marker on a map. But what I can say is that we were somewhere in the Altai Tavan Bogd National Park, and that the distance we'd be going on these horses today was 20 kilometers or 12.4 miles.
Oh no, I can't make that sound.
It was at this moment that I saw my horse. As the nomadic guide led me over, he began tightening the reins and the bootstraps to make sure the horse was secure for riding. And being that most of us had little to no riding experience, he probably wanted to make sure that things were secure so we didn't just fall on the ground and die. After one final wave, I mounted the horse. And just like that, the horse riding began. We were all on our horses, and we set off. At first, the guides held onto the rope to give us some time to get used to the horse's movements.
It's awesome.
But in a matter of minutes, they let go, and we were on our own.
New beginnings on the cusp. Not too old to adjust. Old dog, new tricks. Remember, I was just a pup. Something dirty in my cup. Clean soul, good karma is a must. Still my shooter in the cut. I was stuck inside a rut. Played the game, made bank, moved G. Anything to get a buck. You won't find me in the club. I'm in the lab trying to sharpen up the sword. Swinging blades at these scrubs. Bitches flock like bugs to the light. Getting right. Treat my hoes like these raps. I don't really got a type. Off top bullshit. And all I needed was a mic. Hey, pass the rock, it's all butter. Pack your bags and take flight. Don't worry, it's all covered. Hey, live your life while you can.
Great.
Beginnings on the cusp. Not too old to adjust. Old dog, new tricks. Remember, I was just a pup. Something dirty in my cup. Clean soul, good karma is a must. Still my shooter in the cut. I was stuck inside a rut. Played the game, made bank, moved G. Anything to get a buck. You won't find me in the club. I'm in the lab trying to sharpen up the sword. Swinging blades at these scrubs. Bitches flock like bugs to the light. Getting right. Treat my hoes like these raps. I don't really got a type. Off top bullshit and all I needed was a mic. Hey, pass the rock, it's all butter. Pack your steep path, roadblocks in the streets, trying to knock me off my feet, cause the devil never sleeps. So I don't sleep too, and trying to breach safes that I didn't have the keys to. We all been victims of trauma we ain't agreed to, but the sun comes after, starting up a new chapter.
Isn't it lovely? I ain't looking back and focus on what's in front of me. Everybody days a number, but I'm still here luckily. I know that God got me, so I'm in good company.
Is that him farting? That's crazy.
Isn't it lovely?
Wow. Beautiful valley. Yeah. Just riding in the valley casually.
There was something so surreal about riding on the back of a horse as it traversed through the rough terrain of the steppe. Being that high up while it walked on rocks, through holes, up hills, and other uneven areas felt as if we were levitating above obstacles that would easily deter us if we were on foot. And at first, it was hard to fathom the horse's sheer strength. On occasion, their hooves would slip on rocks, causing them to stumble for a second and making us think that we'd be going down with them. But every time this happened, they'd get right back up. It made us realize that horses, just like camels, were truly built different. After stopping briefly before lunch to take in the sights and tend to the camel who was having some difficulties, the guides began to search for a replacement while we took some time to chill. At this point, we were about halfway to our next camping spot, but there was still so much more riding to do. So we mounted our horses once again and continued on.
Oh shit. Damn.
Time for a quick lunch of radish, beef, mayo, noodles, and of course, the addicting sugar bread.
The history is also they've been buried with their horses and then with their weapons as well.
Then a quick little nap. So this was our second camp, and as you can probably tell, it was a lot wider than the previous site. I didn't capture much footage after simply showing where we pitched the tents, but pretty much we spent the rest of the night eating fried dough, playing games, asking our guide Amandakh questions about Mongolia's history, and drinking hot tea. Oh, and absolutely freezing our asses off because it was like 14 degrees Fahrenheit and like minus 10 degrees Celsius. After sleeping in below freezing temperatures, we woke up a little bit sore, but excited for the rest of the day. Luckily, we've been given these black overcoats by our guides to stay warm, because if not, I think we would have gone into hypothermia. Today we'd be going on a shorter distance, traveling around 18 kilometers or 11.2 miles instead of yesterday's 20. But admittedly, this kilometer change wasn't too much of a difference, because what today's trek lacked in distance, it made up for in fluctuating weather patterns, wind, and super cold temperatures. But the good news was, at the end of this day, we'd be sleeping inside a nice, warm yurt.
starting out.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Ini kayaknya door yuk kayaknya kimbe. Fucking beauty. Hell yeah, man.
Let's go.
Yeah. Thank you, bro.
Yeah, no problem.
The mountain to see the beautiful view of the endless valley and canyon, and now it was time to guide the horses down it. Even though they had the ability to carry us on their back for most of the trip, there were some instances like this one where terrain was a little too steep. Once we got to the bottom, we had a quick lunch of mutton and pasta, and then hopped back on our horses again. Briefly to take a look at these baby eagles, and all of a sudden, it became really sunny and hot. This was also moments after I had just experienced one of the most explosive and emergency episodes of diarrhea in my life, having to stop the entire crew just to do the D behind some rock, so admittedly, I wasn't feeling too great here. But even in my misery, the baby eagles were still badass. And I'm not joking, directly after this, I actually ended up falling off the horse trying to mount it. I wish I caught it on camera, but it happened so damn fast. Ooh. Oh. But it wasn't over. As we started the journey again, I shoed my horse a little too hard and let go of the rope I was meant to hold. For safety precautions, the guy took the rope for a little and we continued on like normal. Before long though, I asked if he could let go, and he let me ride freely again. It was also in these moments that the weather turned back to how it was in the morning, even though it was hot and sunny only 30 minutes ago. This time though, it brought with it freezing rain and a dense fog.
Feel better than an hour ago, so that's good.
This was the final push to the Yurts, and one of the most difficult periods of the trip. From riding all day to having to go through crazy climates, our horses began to go from a slow trot to a fast gallop due to them sensing how close they were to their home. Yes, the horses lived on the land where the Yurts were, and were owned by our nomadic guide. We, on the other hand, had no sense of the distance other than knowing that we were getting close. So all we could do was laugh when we thought we saw salvation in the distance, and it was just another mountain, more flat ground, or a yurt that belonged to a different nomad. exhausting yet exhilaratingly memorable journey, we had made it to the yurts, and were immediately greeted by the nomadic family who lived in them.
Hello. Hi.
How are you?
Good.
I'm driver.
Oh, sweet. Cool.
Welcome.
Whew. Whew. Hello. How you doing?
Once we were directed to the yurt we'd be staying in, we unwinded close to the fire, which felt fantastic considering we couldn't feel our faces or hands from how cold it got during the day's ride.
Well, the stove's hot.
And because the warmth from the fire was so strong and our clothes were so wet, we were able to hang them up to dry too. From the mountain ranges in every direction, fields that look endless, our van from earlier that somehow made it into the scene, the cooking tent from a previous campsite, the circular and white yurts, the low-hanging clouds in the horizon, the cattle in the far distance under the reddish-looking mountains, the blue tent we used the bathroom in, a car that also somehow made it into where we were, the clothes blowing in the wind as they hung up to dry, and the cows and yaks grazing on the grass. It felt like we were in some utopian village that one might go to if they wanted to escape urban life for good. And it was a beautiful sight. Later that day, we decided to close the top of the yurt, so it would be super toasty. And then brought in dried cow manure for fuel to start another fire. I then had to use the bathroom. And when I got back, we took a closer look at the cows. And also yaks.
Really coming from like every direction. I didn't know that's how you got cows. I'm gonna do that now in the US. I'm gonna stand there going, oh, oh, oh.
Энд чи өмнө көрсөдөхгүй юм шиг байна эсвэл. Görünmeydir mi?
Wow.
Biz durasın süt durmandak.
When you actually go to the families and the baby kids, it's difficult. Yeah.
So other places, right? But before that, they weren't nomadic. Okay, gotcha.
They used to live in the mountains.
Yeah, that's cool.
Wrangle it. Oh.
Everybody's banging.
Can you hold it for a second?
Yeah. Yak wrestler.
That's how he does it. That's how you do it.
This is whipping all. Yak wrangling.
For dinner, we had these Mongolian beef dumplings that were arguably the best dish of the entire trip. There were also these really good beef stews that hit the spot. Our nomadic guide's wife then helped us start another fire, this time with coal so it would burn through the night. After this, we tried our best to sleep. It was kind of difficult because we were all super sore from the day of riding we just had, but at least we got a few hours, I think. We woke up around 7:30 a.m., and it was clear that today would be way more sunny, with bluer skies and better temperature, although still a bit chilly. And as I left the tent, I happened to run into two of the kids who were at the site. I taught one how to film using my GoPro, while the other just tried to capture me the entire time.
Now it's blue. Are you trying capturing me? Hi.
Oh yeah, nice. What's up, guys? How you doing? We're tying a rope to a thing, and yeah, that's pretty much it. We have yaks around, and yeah. Oh, okay, me. So yeah, now I'm tied to this. I'm tied. I have no idea what to do. Yo!
Hi.
Oh. Nice, thank you. Let's go visit some of my friends. Let's go over there.
So, what's this? What's that?
This is, yeah, I'm the pet. After entertaining the kids for a little, it was time to get ready to ride. Today we'd be going approximately 17 kilometers, or 10.5 miles, to the border of China to check out some mountains. Because, if you didn't already know, China is Western Mongolia, and we were as west as one could get at this point. We were also all as sore as one could get too, but it didn't really matter, because our adrenaline was just too strong. We continued on, and as we got closer to the border, we eventually came to the steep mountain that was the final obstacle that stood between us and the view at the top. It was also around this time that the weather had done a complete 180 again, creating a significant wind chill and noticeable polar conditions. This was so much the case that my hands had pretty much gone numb inside my riding gloves. Even with these conditions though, we knew the push to the top would be worth it.
Insane. That's fine, I guess, too.
view of the Altai mountains was breathtaking, and so we took out a pair of binoculars to get a closer look. And for context, this is how close we were to the Chinese border on a map. The Altai mountains are actually a very expansive mountain range. At around 1,200 kilometers, or 745 miles long, they not only go through China and Mongolia, but also Russia and Kazakhstan too, where they eventually meet at a point of convergence of all four countries. So witnessing such a view made us feel like we were getting a glimpse into all four of these cultures at once. After absorbing the scenes around us and a quick lunch that I didn't participate in because of stomach issues, we made our way back to the yurts.
quite like 8 to 10 kilograms.
Wow, that's a lot of
Yeah.
Not for the faint of heart.
That's so cool, man. Got me.
Bye-bye. After having a nice traditional Mongol Cossack meal of arul and yak milk with the nomads,
Ooh, it's bright.
it was now time to check out their huge eagle.
Imagine being a fish or something.
We then watched on as this guy smoked us at archery.
Oh my god. Dude, I'm done chewing, man. Hey. He's not using the whip.
He's not use it. Use the whip. This was our last day and last ride of the trip.
Check me out, man.
So we just took a nice little journey to a lake.
If you don't speak, then you won't get spoken to. People only see you when you up, then they notice you. Trying to be a legend, create lines that's quotable. Only the real shall last, and I only know a few. People when they feelings always acting emotional. Ain't about a check, then it ain't negotiable. Gotta show respect to the people that's posting you. Soon to be on posters posted up like the older dudes.
Now we aging like fine wine, how we supposed to do. Peep the shade on the timelines, that's how I'm supposed to cool. Shit is black and white like photos from a disposable. Certain situations you ain't end up uncontrollable. All up in their head, I be so confused. I just brush it off, peep the shoulder moves. We all got the same 24, so it's no excuse. Switch it up, we could rap or produce. The things you can't have is forbidden fruit.
It seems like people love telling lies on me. They know that I'm the one, they got their eyes on me. They know I'm here to stay and I won't leave. We do this for the fans, for your eyes only. Just watch closely, bet they all gon' see. They don't fuck with us, but they still gon' pray. Don't talk to me, man, you gotta show me. If it ain't ISO, then it ain't in
search isolation from all negativity. They tried over and over, but can't get rid of me. We gon' do our thing until infinity. Beware the industry, please stay in control of your dignity. Yo, people fidgety, that's why they can't sit with me. They all full of bigotry, puffin' on they nicotine. Nigga, please never let another man belittle me or take away my liberty and search for positivity.
It seems like people love telling lies on me. They know that I'm the one, they got their eyes on me. They know I'm here to stay and I won't leave. We do this for the fans, for your eyes only. Just watch closely, bet they all gon' see. They don't fuck with us, but they still gon' pray. Don't talk to me, man, you gotta show me. If it ain't ISO, then it ain't Indies, yeah.
The ride back was very bittersweet. Even though we were super tired, sore in muscles we didn't know existed, and smelled and reeked of sweat, the absolute obliteration of our body and mind manifested into a sense of gratefulness and respect for both Mongolian Kazakh culture and horseback riding in general. And from start to finish, we had collectively ridden over 65 kilometers, or 40 miles. Then, after thanking our nomadic hosts for a wonderful experience, we said our final farewell and began our trip back to civilization.
At my window, where nobody knows my name. I hear the robin song, and it calls out to me, just a whisper on
That's what it was.
Oh, no way.
Nice, finally.
He was like, alright.
As we made our way back to Ulaanbaatar, freshly showered but half awake due to having to get up so early again, the realization of what we had accomplished hadn't really hit us yet. In fact, we didn't really have many thoughts at all. It was just this general feeling of satisfaction mixed with a sprinkle of relief that everything had gone so smoothly. This was because riding horses through the hills and camping for 5 days in the Mongolian Steppe was no easy feat. It was a journey that required a high level of physical endurance and willingness to accept discomfort and pain. Yet, this was precisely why the trip was so mentally rewarding. You see, when you're in the middle of a barren valley with nothing around you but grass, your horses, and a few guides, your mind begins to shut off completely. With no civilization in sight and no distractions pulling you in 1,000 directions, you naturally begin to tune into the present moment, causing you to appreciate everything that comes your way. Therefore, we learn to accept the pain as part of the experience, while simultaneously taking in as much as we could about nomadic Mongolian culture. From the hot tea we received in the morning, to the warm overcoats we wore at night and while riding, to the yaks grazing in the fields at all hours, and the beautiful landscapes, fluctuating weather patterns, and incredible food. It was all wonderful. And all we could do now was simply sit in this feeling of gratitude. Now, the final question that remains is, should you, the viewer of this video, travel to Mongolia? Well, if you're interested in a challenging yet fulfilling trip, then I would say yes, absolutely. Just copy what we did. But even if you were unable to make it out to the western part of the country, visiting any part of Mongolia will still leave you with a newfound appreciation for its culture, people, and your own life. And you will leave knowing you got to witness a magnificent part of the world.